2 teams left before I can start back over on beginner and do all 30 teams again and just mash and do all the fun stuff. We're on the second best team in this entire game. Projected to win 96 games, at least off the jump. The Los Angeles Dodgers, second best ranked team if you look at the little wheel there. 11th in contact, 4th in power, 1st in pitching, 1st in defense, 10th in speed. Absolutely well-rounded team. Top 10 in everything except for contact. They're 11th. I think we can change that as time goes on. They finished last year with a record of 106 wins and 56 losses. Good for 1st in the NL West. And I believe the best record in all of baseball, other than the Astros. Yeah, the Astros had 107 wins. Team average was 257. Team ERA was 3.37. And boy, did the Dodgers... I'm looking forward to a lot with this team. Guys like the pitching rotation with Walker Buehler, Clayton Kershaw, the bullpen with like Joe Kelly and Kenley Jansen, Blake Trinan. The lineup with Corey Seager and Jock Peterson, I think, are going to be interesting. Muncy, hopefully, will be nice. And then obviously the big ones, Bellinger, and then my favorite player in all of baseball, Mookie Betts. Going to be awesome to see what I can do with that team. And especially because after what they've gone through, you know, they had all these dominating the NL West. I think they've won the NL West 6 or 7 straight years. I know it's at least 6. And despite that, the Giants are the team of the West for the past decade because of those 3 World Series wins. Dodgers constantly choking in the NLDS or the NLCS. There's kind of a monkey on Kershaw's back to an extent. Making it to the World Series in 2017 before they ran into a cheating Astros team. They still took it 7 games and just barely lost it. And then they go and they make it again in 2018 just to get steamrolled by the Red Sox. Back-to-back World Series where you don't win. So, finally, hopefully we can get this team a ring. Los Angeles Dodgers begin March to October.
These are interesting times in the City of Angels. The Dodgers are in the midst of perhaps the most consistently dominant stretch in the team's history, but it has yet to translate into a World Series title. The acquisition of all-everything superstar Mookie Betts gives LA arguably the most dangerous lineup in baseball and moves them to the top of a very short list of Fall Classic favorites. Fair or not, the Dodgers know they will be judged on what happens in the postseason, and their March to October starts now.
Yeah, Betts, Muncy, Turner, Bellinger, Peterson, Seager, Gavin Lux too makes the start. Makes the team to start the year. Love that. So hopefully we make some noise in an interesting NL West, because you got a team like the Giants that are absolutely terrible, and the Rockies who don't really have pitching.
Dodger baseball once again as the boys
It
of
is time
summer
for
in
Dodger
Los
baseball.
Angeles open the 2020 campaign at Dodger Stadium against their rivals from the north, the San Francisco Giants. Dodger fans have plenty of reasons to believe that this could be their year, as Heidi Watney tells us.
You bets believe.
Matt, I asked a few of the players how it feels to enter the season carrying the weight of high expectations placed
Definitely
on
the
them
NL's
as
front runner for the World
consensus
Series.
frontrunners. Dodgers skipper Dave Roberts knows the time is now in Chavez Ravine. There's lots to be excited about, with reigning MVP Cody Bellinger leading a potent lineup that was among baseball's best. On the pitching side, breakout righty Walker Buehler and longtime ace Clayton Kershaw lead the way. But after 7 straight postseason exits and a World Series drought that dates back to 1988, the Dodgers could be feeling the heat to deliver a title to Los Angeles.
Thanks, Heidi. And on that note, let's get things underway.
It is time for... I'll probably play this one, set my lineup, and then maybe play one more. Here on opening day, we're up 3-1. Kershaw getting the nod on opening day, and Johnny Cueto will not get pinch hit for him.
Things
Johnny.
not looking very good so
Cueto.
far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
A ball and 2 strikes to the Giants pitcher.
It's Johnny Cueto.
1 and 2. He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0 and 2, but
There should
he
be a free
certainly
at
looked
bat.
ready for a breaker on that
He's
pitch.
not a pitcher that can really hit.
The next 1-2 pitch. Now a
2 balls,
curveball
2
misses
strikes.
inside.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2.
Oh my God, that took a lot more pitches than it should
He
have.
might be looking for it.
And a fastball by him for the punch out. Johnny
Up next for
Cueto
the Giants,
becomes the first
the
out of the
shortstop,
inning.
Brandon
And throws the
0
fastball
and
by
1.
him here. 0-1.
Gotta get a feel for that Kershaw curveball.
A
A little better hanger, but that could be a knee buffler too.
The 0-2 delivery. And Crawford swings and misses at Declan, a strikeout victim for out number 2. Digging in, Evan
Now batting,
Longoria.
third
First
baseman,
2 men in the inning
Evan
have both gone down via the
Longoria.
bunt.
0-1 the
So
count.
we'll see if he can fare any better. 0-1 the count. This is
If I can get like the
foul
Kershaw,
right side.
like prime Kershaw numbers here, it's definitely game over between him and Bueller. And we got David. I always forget about David Price.
Struck him
How about
out.
striking out the side in order? That pitch doesn't always get called a strike, even on perfect strike zones. So, I'll take it though.
Bottom of the inning now.
All right, I guess
Now
this is
it
where
would
the
be
fuck Will
leading
Smith
off
train
for the
ends.
Dodgers, the catcher,
I've hated facing him.
Will
Smith.
Smith.
But
Oh.
Swing just got to try and straighten that one out.
Just crushed that one.
0-1, here's the pitch. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And that'll just sneak past his outstretched
Third hit of
arm,
the day
a
for
base
Will
hit.
Smith.
Well, these days don't happen often. You better take yourself when you get
Now
3
batting,
knocks in a big
number
way.
9.
It's hard to have 3 hits in one
They don't have the
day.
Gavin Lux
Boy,
voice
this
line,
guy's
despite the
off
fact
to
that
a
they're
great start in this one.
At the
a big
plate
push to
now,
include all
Gavin
minors,
Lux pulled high
all
in
minor
the
leaguers
air
in
out
this.
to right
He's
field.
not a minor leaguer. He's starting the
Stremski's
year
got
on the
it,
main
and
roster.
there's one gone.
He's their highest touted prospect, one of the tops in all of baseball, if not the top in all of baseball, Gavin Lux.
The pitcher,
That's
number
Kershaw's
22,
First now with one away,
Blake Head.
and up next will be the pitcher, Blake
Kershaw.
Kershaw.
Low pitch
From
count.
the stretch. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Yastrzemski coming on. He gets there.
I'm
and
so
makes
glad he
the
caught
play
that.
for
Honestly,
the
because I would have
second
been
out of
pissed if
the
it
inning.
fell, because then they would have thrown out the runner at second.
Now batting,
And this guy right here.
Mookie Betts.
Ooh, I like his stance this year.
Cueto pauses. Here's the first pitch. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. Bouncer to the
Damn.
left side. And he'll go the
That's
short
an out.
way to retire the side. New inning set to get underway. And
Leading off
standing
for
in
the
now,
Giants,
the left-handed hitting
the
first
first
baseman,
baseman,
Brandon
number 9,
Belt.
0 and 1.
Strike one
Brandon
to start the at-bat.
Belt.
I wish this
One ball
game
and
had
one
throwback
strike.
teams
That's
like the
the
NBA
first
does. Like
baseman.
NBA 2K has so many throwback teams. Can you? I would kill to be able to do a March to October with the 04
Swing and a
Sox.
liner.
Any of the World Series winning Sox
Yanked out out
teams.
there at shortstop
Or just even
for the
like if you
first
took
out.
each World Series team each year and made them a throwback team. I would love to do a March to October with last year's Nationals. Or, you know, 2018 Red Sox. The 2016 Cubs. Hell, the 2015 Royals I think would be an interesting one, as much as I don't like them.
Chases Bellinger, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
Or even really like if they took the top 2 teams, like so if they took the 2 teams in each World
The
Series.
right fielder,
Stepping
You get your
in
top
line
AL
for
team, your
another
top
shot.
NL team.
Mike
So I'd love to do
gets
a
with
run
2 away as they continue to trail
with the
in this close
2015
game.
Mets,
Well,
for
Matt, this
example.
has been a big inning on the mound. He's had to face the middle of the order, and so far he's
That
held
that
up.
Tigers
Yeah, this
team
feels
that
like
had
the
that
kind of
pitching
inning we'll
rotation,
look
so like
back on
the
at
Tigers
end
in
of the
20,
game, even if the result
really any of those
changes
Tigers teams,
dramatically
even the
here.
2013 Tigers.
Good job to
The
spoil
2013
that
Tigers
one
actually a
away, and he
huge
stays
team to play
alive.
as. You kidding me?
0-2
Scherzer,
once more.
Porcello,
Gets him
Verlander,
swinging, struck him out.
Sanchez. Who was their 5th?
Ladies and gentlemen,
They didn't have
please
David
join
Price until 2014 or 15.
Last half of the 7th here, and that'll bring up the
Leading off
left-handed
for
hitter,
the
Max
Dodgers,
Muncy.
The first baseman,
Shifted well to the
Matt
right. Here's the first pitch.
Good take.
Muncy.
Pulled off on the slider to start the
I feel like I
at-bat.
never
It's
faced the
1-1.
Giants and Johnny Cueto.
Hey, there's not a lot
Like,
you
this
can do with a
doesn't feel like
slider
the team I
breaking
play
down
often.
and in unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
Hopefully Muncy can work on his contact. He's already got the power, but I want his contact up.
It's swung on and driven out to right center
Good way to
field.
start
The
it,
ball
extra
is
base
well
hit.
hit.
Or a home run.
And a leaping effort at the wall, but it's in vain. A home run.
I think it might be the first home run for
Solo
the
shot
Dodgers.
to right
The
center.
only person I can think of that might have gone
First home
deep
run
is
of the campaign
Bellinger.
for him, and the Dodgers move out in front now, 4-1.
Oh, we'll see.
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake.
Your attention,
Put the
please.
runner lefty in.
Now pitching
Make
for
him
the
pay for
Giants.
it.
Number
Turner is
97.
really good against
Giants
lefties. Wow, I wasn't
making his
expecting that.
way out toward the mound.
I knew he was still decent, but
Signal the end for Johnny Cueto. This is skied into short
I'm
left
expecting, unfortunately, Turner to be on the
center.
decline
Pence
this year.
comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for route number 1.
Up next for the Dodgers,
Cody Bellinger at the
the
plate
center
now.
fielder.
One
Hopefully
run
Bellinger
in,
can work
Cody.
on that contact
so
against
far
lefties.
this inning.
His
Bellinger.
practice swing is so weird.
Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the
I hate
right
that
of
run
second.
animation so
And
much.
there
I
are
hate that they
two
give it to
away
every
now.
like all-star player.
The left fielder, number
Digging in,
31.
Jock Peterson.
Jock.
I didn't realize
Lifetime
Jock
against
Peterson
this
had 36
particular
home runs
pitcher.
last year. Damn.
Sample size
He does have a
0 for
solid
1.
amount of pop.
First delivery to him on the way. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Hamilton is under it. And that ends the inning.
I'll stick with Kershaw for another inning.
Into the box now.
Or at least to start the inning, but
He
I
leads
will
off
have
their
Joe
half
Kelly
inning,
warm up.
and
San
they've been
Francisco.
unable to
I
get
guess
that
Dylan
The
Stewart as well.
left
Look at this
fielder into
bullpen,
this
dude.
point.
Yeah,
Jansen,
settled in
by like this is a good
early on,
bullpen.
partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
No balls and one strike.
Like, this is gonna be a fucking fun team. I think this should be the #1 team. I don't know how the Yankees. I know how the Yankees are #1. They overrate Aaron Judge. Giancarlo Stanton is, I think, at this point a little bit overrated as well. They overrate really everyone on the team.
Throwing each pitch.
Like, don't get me wrong, it's a good team, but I just think they're a little overrated. The Yankees. I think Garrett Cole is a big pickup. Don't get me wrong, but
And this is gonna
I don't
find
think
its
it
way
solves
to left
all
for
their
a base
problems.
hit, and the leadoff man's aboard to start the 8th.
Hey, excellent job right
The batter,
there.
number
Leading off
1.
the inning with a
Second
base hit. We got to keep
I'll
this
stick
line
with
moving.
Kershaw
We
for
cannot
now.
stop.
Duvall.
Nobody can make an out. We have to find a way to put 2 men, maybe 3 men, put some pressure on this defense.
He's
if he
one
gives
for
up another
2 in this
hit or
one.
a walk, I'll pull him.
Fouled off.
Ooh. Let's try going down and away.
Here's Kershaw with another 0-2.
Nice.
And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him so far.
Boy, there's the
Now
perfect
batting,
pitch right there.
the center
straight
fielder,
changeup. He hadn't
Billy
used it yet in this at bat. And
Hamilton.
what does he do? He uses it, pulls the string, and gets the big strikeout.
Again, another foul ball. 8th inning. 4-1 is our score. 1-2
Ooh.
the count to Billy Hamilton.
Tried to backdoor him and lock him up with a curveball right
Okay,
there.
got him that time.
Pretty good pitch, but he didn't quite get it to come back.
Your
all the way
attention,
to the
please.
corner. That's tough to
Hitting
do
for
most
San
guys.
Francisco,
Racks up the
Number
swinging
41,
strikeout on the breaking
Wilmer
ball. Billy Hamilton
Flores.
sent packing for the 2nd out of the inning. There's a chopper foul over to the right
He's winning
side.
against lefties.
0-2 now.
He's not bad.
Good job
The
of
count
holding
is
up
1
on the
and
low
2.
ball there, and it's 1-2.
Well, that's a smart miss there.
I like
Sometimes
throwing that
guys will
curveball
chase
of
it
his,
down
but at the
there,
same time, it's a very
especially
risky
when they're in
pitch at
protect
times.
mode on an 0-2 count.
No, that's
Low with
down.
a fastball that time. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really
Oh, that's
battles.
gonna fall.
Doesn't take any pitches
Especially
off.
because
He's
Jock
trying
started
to-
jogging.
always seems
What
to
the
make
fuck
it
is wrong
difficult
with you?
on the opposing pitcher.
And that's in there. Base hit. Pence rounds 3rd and is digging for the plate. Safe at the plate as they now trail by only 2. So
Hello
much
there.
of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice Nice
Up
job
next
there.
for the
Yeah,
Giants.
you've got to find a way
This
to
opening day?
Brandon.
Oh, yeah.
This is opening day, yes. And I'm mind blown over what the fuck just happened with Jock Peterson. He was like scared of the ball, and then not only that, but he
Nice.
like he jogged to it at first, and then he ran away from it
Laughing.
after it fell. Do I want AJ Pollock?
I
or
make
Chris
baseball videos.
Oh, Pollock.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
I'm gonna stick with Kershaw because that bullshit wasn't his fault.
And he fouls this
Now
one off.
playing left field. Number 11,
Stands at second with
AJ
two gone. 0-2
Pollock.
now. As Crawford comes up empty on that one. He's got another one here. 12 punch-outs now in the ball.
now
Trevor
pitching
Gott
for
is
the
out of
Giants.
the bullpen now as he'll
Number
get the call
58.
here on opening
Sit
day.
down Dylan Floro
Got
and
it.
Kenley
Ready
for
to
the
go
ninth
for
in
the
case
last
we need
half
him.
of the inning.
Once I go get Corey
Stepping up
Seager
as the
stats. Ooh,
shortstop,
not bad, not bad.
First delivery to him on the
You
wing.
should check out my channel, bro.
This is hit high in
Ooh,
the
good
air
contact.
out toward left center.
He's gonna get there though.
Hamilton.
Billy Hamilton,
Three
he's
as
gonna
he
catch
pulls
that.
it in for the first out.
Now batting, the
Now
catcher,
batting, Will Smith.
Will
He's working on a three-hit ball game right now. And the pitch. It's a
Oh,
high fly ball headed
I
for
just
the
missed
left
that
field
one.
corner.
Again,
It
I
stays
almost hit a
fair,
home run
it's
with Will Smith
gone.
in his last
And
at-bat.
foul, though it had the home run distance. Into
Son of
the
a
windup, here
bitch.
comes the 0-1.
I got a ball, one strike.
And it looks now like a right-hander's getting hot in the Giants' bullpen. Now here's the pitch.
Damn.
Hard
So for
liner,
Will Smith
but
to have a
picked up
4
on
for
a
4
hop.
opening day. That would have been awesome.
Gets him 2 down.
now batting,
Next for the Dodgers.
Number 9.
Yeah, Gavin Lux. I'm hoping for big improvements from Gavin Lux with his high potential and his inexperience.
That's lifted the other
Damn
way out to left. Pence has a read on
Alright, that's fine, because I actually really like pitching with Kenley Jansen, and I wanted to use him. So I love having safe situations where I can throw him in
Leading
there.
off with the Giants,
and standing
the
in
third
is the
baseman,
veteran third
Evan.
baseman.
I want Kenley to go back to the Kenley Jansen of old. He
Your
didn't really have a
attention,
good,
please.
Here's the first pitch.
Now
solid
pitching
year
for
last
the
year. He was
Dodgers.
kind of
Out
shaky.
play for strike
Number
one.
74,
Jansen has compiled
Kenley
over 600 innings of work in his major
Jansen.
league career. And the ERA just under 2.5. That's allowed
That boy
just
Pollock.
over 2 runs per 9 innings
Fuck
of
Jock
work.
Peterson with that
Pollock
bullshit.
there,
Up next for the
to start
Giants,
inning number 9.
the first baseman,
First off,
When you look at the best closers for the last,
got the inside, but ruled
I don't
the
know,
ball.
10 years or so, I think,
That's a
or
good
like 8
pitch
years
to
at
lay
least.
off right
We were
there.
talking about the 1 and 2 are Craig
1-1.
Kimbrell and
That is a
Kenley Jansen.
real tough
It's
pitch for
statistically
hitters to
speaking,
lay
they're the
off
2
of.
best closers.
A lot of times
Chapman's
when
up
you do
there,
swing at that cutter
just
in,
not
you're
the
gonna end
Kimbrell
up with
Jansen
some
level.
firewood in a broken
And
bat.
there's someone else that's up there. I can't remember
That's
who.
a foul ball off to the left, and it moves to 1 and 2. Fouled away.
Who else was
One
really
out,
good
nobody
closer in the
on.
last, like,
And a swing and a miss
Fuck,
as
I
they
can't
got him
think
with
now.
the slider there, 2 away. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his
I'm
Now
like trying to
batting,
go through each team's
the
closers
catcher.
in my head now.
One of my
Buster
favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he
Have to
can
look at every
absolutely
team.
dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Chopped at third.
It's an opening day win.
First is going
Nice.
to be in time for the final out, and the Dodgers move to
All right.
1-0 on the young season as this ball
Let
game
me look at
is
all
over.
30 teams for
Well,
a
we
second.
emphasized earlier in the telecast what a lift it can be to win on opening day, but what do you really think this means, D-Ro?
Well, for the winner, it's a huge confidence boost, Dan, no doubt. But for the loser, hey, it's just one game. You shake it off, remind yourself you're at the beginning of a long season, and you come out ready to play next time.
No, it was just Kimbrell and Jansen. They were in a category of their own, pretty much. Maybe not so much anymore, but okay. Let's see. Let's start by figuring out what I want to do with this lineup. I told myself Mookie Betts has to lead off, just because in real life, like, he is absolutely at his best as a leadoff hitter. So he'll lead off against righties with a DH. I think I want Pollock in the lineup if we're gonna have a DH, because how's Peterson's fielding? He's not bad. Instead of Matt Beatty, yeah, we'll do that. Or no, not Kike. Pollock. Okay, so Betts. Who's got good speed? Lux actually wouldn't be bad hitting in the top part of the lineup. I don't want Muncy hitting second. I think I'll go with either Corey Seager or AJ Pollock. I'm gonna go Pollock. Betts, Pollock, Bellinger third. I think Muncy fourth. Peterson fifth. Seager sixth. Turner actually be a really good one to hit second, but I don't know. If we do Turner seventh, Smith eighth. No, Smith has got a bad last. Actually, his power's not bad, but I might do Gavin Lux up there. 64-58, 68-57. I'll give Gavin Lux some time to develop. Mookie in right, Bellinger in center. Yeah, I'm actually very okay with that. Even though Mookie's arm is underrated as fuck. And Peterson in left. Yeah, I'll do that. With no DH, we do Betts. I'm going to give Gavin Lux the shot, actually. Betts, Lux, Bellinger. Just because Turner doesn't have the speed. That's what throws me off. A number 2 hitter for me needs to have decent contact, decent power, and decent speed. He needs to be very well rounded. If I'm going to prioritize anything, it's not so much the power. I'm looking for contact and speed mainly. Betts is leading off though for sure. Lux, Bellinger, Muncy. Peterson, Seager, Turner. Actually, no, I'll do Turner and then Seager. I'll switch these two around. Turner, Seager, Smith. Okay. Against the lefty with a DH. AJ Pollock's in left field. And then Kike. Put Kike in left field. Pollock at DH. And we'll do Betts leading off. Kike second. Do I still want to do Gavin Lux? Nah, yeah, I'll do Kike. Third is actually going to be Turner. Fourth will be Bellinger. Fifth will be Muncy. Sixth will be Pollock. Seager, Smith, Lux. Actually, I'll switch these two even. Okay, no DH. Pollock is going to get the start in left. Him and Peterson are going to platoon. Or do I want Kike in left? Nah, I got to do Pollock. Where could I put Kike if I wanted to put him in? You could play second, third, short, or left, center, right. The only option I would be is to platoon him with Gavin, but I want Gavin to get those at bats. So damn, it sucks. There's just no spot in the lineup for Kike. Because AJ is a better hitter, but Kike is a better fielder. And Kike's not even that bad of a hitter. It's just that AJ is better. I'm gonna stick with AJ for now and see how it goes. Worst case scenario, I'll switch him out. We'll do Betts. Gavin Lux, I guess, is gonna get that. I could do C. Yeah, we'll do Gavin Lux again though. Turner, Bellinger, Muncy, Pollock, Seager, Smith. Okay, there's my lineup. At least for now. See how it goes. Pitching rotation. Number 1, Clayton Kershaw. 2, Walker Buehler. I don't know how long that'll last. I might swap those two, but for now, I'll do that. I didn't realize Kershaw's overall was so high still. Kershaw, Buehler. Price at 3 is good. Arias at 4 for now. And then Wood at 5. this is a stacked bullpen, too. Jansen will be a closer. I want Joe Kelly as a setup guy. I think that's his best bet. But I'll swap those two out for now, see how it goes. Kolarek, Baez, Floro there. Stripling and Goslin can get 8 innings. So, if there was any place that I needed to make improvements on, it's tough to say. But I guess I would shoot for... Well, how old is Will Smith? He's young, too, right? He's 25 with a potential. So he's going to develop, too. So really, I don't want to make any lineup replacements right away. I guess the only thing I can think of is a back-end starting rotation guy. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about Alex Wood and Julio Urias. I have to give them some... Actually, no, fuck it. I'm going to stick with them, too. This might be the first time I say no trade management. Maybe I'll say left field, actually. Because even though I have Pollock and Peterson out there, Peterson has his flaws. Really, the only thing he's got going for him hitting-wise is his power against righties. Not that he's a bad hitter necessarily, but that's his main thing. His fielding isn't the worst. And then for Pollock, I don't know. I'll throw left field in there, and then maybe a reliever. Would have to be a pretty damn good crazy reliever because, like, I'd replace Adam Kolarek, maybe. We'll see. I'm not going to say anything for positional needs. Untouchables are going to be Bellinger, Betts, Bueller, and I guess Muncy. I'll put Gavin Lux there. Players to shop, because there's still some solid players in this farm system, I believe. Like, very big, important trade pieces, or kids that could develop to be really good. Dustin May has a potential. I'll put him up. And he had a few outings last year. He had 4 starts, 14 appearances altogether, and he didn't look too bad. Michael Bush, put him up there. Caleb Ferguson's definitely pitched in the majors before, because I definitely remember him. Edwin Gisaldo is 18 years old, but he has C potential. Robbie O'Keefe, 18 years old, with B potential. Wow, and he's a really good contact hitter with good speed. He just can't really field all that well. I'm going to throw him up there, actually, because he's major league ready, I'd say. Keibert Ruiz is another one. A potential at 21 years old, and he's pretty solid already. And actually, I don't know if I want to put him up, because I kind of want to see if maybe he could take Will Smith's place. I don't know, we'll see. Brewster, Great Turl, I forgot they traded for him. I don't know how to say his name. A potential 21 years old, and he's got incredible velocity, but his numbers are low. So that's it for A potential. I'm debating on if I want to say I want a catcher. Because Will Smith isn't bad, and he's going to get better, so I want to give him time, but at the same time, I kind of want to... Oh, maybe, you know what? Austin Barnes could go. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. I'll put catcher for now, just to fill that 3rd spot. Alright, top of the 7th, we're down 1-0 in San Francisco. I'll play this one, and then I'll probably call it a day, because I need to eat and shower and go to my aunt's.
The Dodgers have kicked off their first road trip of the season here in this game, and for a word on that, here's our own Heidi Watney.
Now, the average MLB team will travel more than 25,000 miles in a season. That's more than the circumference of the Earth. But one thing that makes all that travel...
Give a shit, Heidi Watney.
Winning.
I just pinched some leg
If
here.
this club can pull off a win here in this first road game of the season, they might just start a habit of traveling in style.
All right, thanks, Heidi. And that'll bring up the
Leading off for
versatile
the
Max
Dodgers,
Muncy.
the first
It's been
baseman,
an 0 for 2 effort
Max
for him to this point.
Muncy.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get
Now
on base
batting,
and ignite a rally.
the 3rd baseman, Justin
Digging in to try it again. Justin Turner is past meetings with Samardzija. He's a .304 batter. Goes down and gets it as this is bounced to short. Crawford's got it. And there's out number 2.
The
Cody
center
Bellinger
fielder,
at
number
the plate
35.
now. He's 0 for 2
Cody
thus far in this one.
Bellinger.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. This one's chopped to third. Longoria's there. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. So he was able to take it into
Now
the
batting,
7th. But
left
the
fielder,
no-hit bid is going to end
Josh
here with 2 out in inning number 7.
Boy, and Matty, this is when you start really thinking about a no-hitter once you get into the 7th. And it's hard not to look past getting through that last out. But D-Row, it just wasn't meant to be here with 2 outs in the 7th.
No, he's pitched a heck of a game without.
Had a boy, Jock Peterson, tie this game up into Triples Alley.
Bang up against the wall.
Even your slow ass can get 3 out of that.
Throw to
No,
third, but he's in there. As this game is tied late with a run scoring away from the
batter,
play.
number 5, shortstop, Corey.
You know, D-Row, in
Seager.
today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings. So that RBI base hit.
Had a boy, Seager, give us the lead.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. They'll
From
cash
no
in
hit
here as the
to
run is in to
2-1
score
lead
from
real
third.
quick.
It's now a 2-1 ball game.
Now batting, catcher,
Sit down Cole Eric, especially because he's pretty spent right now.
Big
I
RBI
want
base
Blake
hit
trying
right
as
here
well.
to
Let's
give your
just
team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with
Gotta
guys
push
in
him.
the top of
Good
the
shot.
2nd inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Then you quiet your emotions
Will
down,
Smith.
take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down.
Ooh, Will Smith, all right.
In the air and a ball that he got every
Hell
stitch
yeah,
of,
good
and
hit,
that
good
one,
crush.
without a doubt,
Big
is
2-run shot, his
gone.
3rd of the year already. Hell yeah, Will Smith, off to a
When
hot
you're
start.
facing an elite starter, you know runs are going to be at a premium.
Love that no-doubter.
I don't know if this shakes the starter's confidence, but you know
Little
what it
default
does? It
home run
certainly
swing, but
boosts
whatever,
the
it's still a good
confidence
one.
of the guys in your lineup.
now batting, number 9.
Standing in now, Gavin Lux. He swings and
Gavin
sends
Lux is
it
a guy I
in the
definitely
air
want to see
right center
succeed and
field.
do good, but I, at the same
Hamilton
time, will not
is there and he
hesitate
puts it away
to trade for his...
Bottom of the inning now.
All right, I'll stick with Bueller for this
Leading
inning.
up for the Giants,
Mauricio Dubon.
So I want to use
the
him.
second baseman,
I like his pitch
Mauricio
animation, and I think he is
Dubon.
Hey, there's an
lethal.
old saying
He
in
is
baseball,
one
you
of
need
the
to
best
take a
pitchers in the
strike in this
game.
spot. Will he go
In the
there?
sense of he's
Now
one of
he
the best
just
pitchers
needs
in
to find a
MLB
way
The
to get
Show.
on.
Behind 0-2
He's got
now.
great stuff, great 5-pitch arsenal. I think,
Hit weekly back to the mound.
I don't know how he missed that, but
And
don't
that's
matter.
the first down.
I think the perfect 5-tool arsenal for a pitcher to have is a 4-seam
Now batting,
fastball.
center
Hamilton
fielder,
digging in now.
And if it hits high
Billy.
90s, that's even better. But a
Hamilton.
4-seam fastball in the 90s at least, but 99 is
Starts the
better,
number 8
obviously.
hitter with a
A
strike,
good
nothing in
slider, a good
You rarely see
curveball,
pitcher of this
a good
quality throw one
changeup,
right down the middle,
and then
as a,
a
hitter,
secondary
probably a good chance you're
fastball.
not going to see that pitch again.
whether it's a 2-seamer, a cutter, a sinker, those are the ideal ones,
High in the
or a
air out to
splitter is
center
fine
field.
too.
Bellinger's under it. He hauls
Maybe
it
a
in
running
without any trouble,
fastball, but you don't
and
see
there are
that
2
too
away.
often. Usually if you see a running fastball, it's in
Well,
place of a
gentlemen,
4-seam fastball.
your
Have to call
attention,
the
please.
pinch hit
Either
here,
way.
as we'll
Pinch
see
hitting
what
for
he
the
can do with
Giants.
2 out
Um,
and the
number
bases empty.
I think
41.
Bueller has
Yeah,
one too many,
Wilbur.
instead of a cutter and a 2-seamer, it'd be nice if he
Flores.
had
Bases are
change up
empty
in
here
there,
with
but
2 men out.
we'll take what we can get with him. He's pretty damn good as is.
And here's a swing and a miss
0-2.
as the ball's
To me, that's my
behind
idea. Like, if I could
0-2.
wake up tomorrow being a
pitch,
a starting pitcher with a 5-pitch repertoire, that's what I would want. A 4-seamer, a secondary
Now
fastball,
pitching for the
slider,
Giants.
curveball, changeup.
Number 58.
I will pitch it
Trevor.
for Walker Bueller now
Scott,
with A.J. Pollock.
your attention, please.
Is gonna be asked to get
Now
things
coming
going
into
here as a
pinch
lead
hit,
off the top of the 8th.
A.J. Pollock.
Line drive to center
Drop
field.
in, drop in, drop in.
Now a
Aw.
reach, and he takes a tumble here, but
I'm not
hangs
surprised
on
with
for
Billy
the
Hamilton.
first out.
Now batting, the right fielder.
Now
Maybe after
back
a
to
slow
the top
start,
of
or
the
is it just
diving
me?
order, digging
Not
in,
surprised,
Mookie
'cause this
Betts
team underrates the
struggled
fuck out
at
of
the top
him.
of the lineup in this one, hitless to this point. And it's
That should have been
fouled away.
gone. I think we got his stance a little. I like his stance, but I think it's a little inaccurate.
sinker
That's a good
on
sinker.
the inside, and that's a strike. And it
How much
looks
I could've
now
done
like
with that
a
if I wanted
right-hander's
to.
getting hot in the Giants' bullpen. High in the air out to
Damn.
center field. Hamilton is under it.
I think his speed is underrated. His arm is certainly underrated. And I think his hitting's underrated, too. I think Mookie Betts is quite literally the next best thing to Mike Trout.
first
Away for
baseman.
the Dodgers here
If
in
Mike
the
Trout
ninth.
doesn't exist,
And
I'd say
that'll
Mookie
bring
Betts
up
is the best
big
player in
bat of
baseball.
Max Muncy.
That's
And
a ball.
1-0.
1 ball, no strikes.
Down
And
the
that's me.
left field line and deep.
But it's because if Mike Trout didn't exist, that he would be the best player in baseball. That is the reason why he's my favorite
1-1.
player.
High fly ball out to straightaway center.
And I think, if we're being
Hamilton.
honest here, I think
There,
if
and he puts
Mike
it
Trout
away
and
to-
Mookie Betts didn't exist, I think the best player in baseball at that point
Your
is
attention,
Ronald
please.
Acuna Jr.
Now pitching for Los Angeles.
And I mean
Number
no
49,
disrespect to Cody Bellinger and Christian
Blake
Yelich. I think they're right there.
Trinan.
If Acuna didn't
Oh,
exist,
one.
then it's probably Yelich or
Someone on this
Bellinger.
offense needs to take it
And then
upon
it's obviously
himself to
whichever
have
one
a
it wasn't
quality
out of
AB
Yelich
and
and
start the
Bellinger.
line moving again.
Trinan, a former member of the Oakland A's. who was
If
signed
I can
as
get
a
the Blake
free
Trinan
agent
of
in the middle
old,
of last season.
oh my God!
Yeah, I know
Like
he
if I can get like
expected to
Joe
get a
Kelly was
longer-term
really
deal,
great
but these
in
are
the second
facts
half of
right now. He is
2018.
on a
If I get that
one-year
Joe
deal,
Kelly,
and he is gonna have to
if I get the
produce.
Blake
He
Trinan
is
from
gonna
I
get
think
that
it was
multi-year
2018 or 2017 with
Now
the A's.
batting, the third baseman,
Here it comes.
Evans.
Any year of Kenley Jansen
Swing
besides
and
last year,
well out to
Longoria.
right field. Back goes Betts.
I certainly don't need a
On
bullpen
the
arm.
warning track.
I'm more
Makes
to replace
the
Adam
catch.
Aguilar because he's got a low overall, and even then I could easily go
the
without
first
replacing him.
baseman, number 9,
First delivery
Brandon.
on the way.
That's
Brandon
inside ball.
is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. Now the pitch. Pulled
Uh-oh.
toward right center field.
Run, Cody, run, Cody, run, Cody, run, Cody, run, Cody. What a
Long
catch,
run,
Bellinger.
but he gets there to track this one down.
Ladies and
Arlene
gentlemen,
Garcia.
your attention,
And
please.
Turner, a lefty to face
Ninth
Sean
inning,
Turner,
so
that's a
trying to
dumb
keep the
move.
score right where it is,
Number
heading to the bottom
97,
of the
You
ninth.
shouldn't have did
Arlen
From the stretch.
Garcia.
Ooh.
And this is pulled fouled as he was way out.
Am I warming up
front
Kenley Jansen? I'm gonna sit down Pedro Baez. I'm gonna Joe Kelly.
there. And now before the
Time
0-1
out.
pitch, a quick stoppage as he steps out.
I don't like Turner's stance. Not a fan.
Pitch on the way.
Or his swing either. I don't like that high leg.
0-2.
It
Swing
throws
and
me
miss.
off.
Not much you're going to do with that pitch right there. You have to catch it out front before it even breaks, and even if you do that, it's a tough pitch to keep fair.
High in the air out to center field.
Shit, I just realized I'm being ignored.
Hamilton is there, and he has it for the first out.
Oh, well.
The center fielder, number 35, Cody Bellinger.
Cody Bellinger at the plate now. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far.
Could it really?
And now a pitch on the way. Oh,
Ooh.
and a hearty cut
Oh,
there
and
to
one.
begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
And there's
1-1.
ball 1. And right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now.
I just drew a blank on who the cover athlete was. It's Javi Baez. I had to look really quick. I'm surprised it wasn't someone like Bellinger or
Now the
Yelich.
1-1 pitch. Back up the middle. And that finds its way into center for a one-out base hit.
Or
It's
Betts.
a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get
The
a
left
glove on
fielder,
it.
number
Hard single
31.
up the middle.
Yeah,
Josh
watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent
Peterson.
it back right where it came from.
Here's Jock
Well, we already
Peterson.
have
0-1.
had
As
two
the
Red
first
Sox
pitch
cover
to him is
athletes,
swung
including
on
the
and
first
missed for strike
MLB The
one.
Show cover athlete, David Ortiz, in 2006, for the first MLB The Show.
Count is even at
1-1.
1-1 to Peterson.
Good pitch there on 0-2. Breaking ball out of the zone away. Might set up another breaking ball to see if he'll chase this one.
A good
a
rip,
little bit
just
farther
right at
off
the second
plate.
baseman.
Well, this is hauled in by the second baseman.
The batter, number 5,
So it's a runner at
shortstop,
first with 2 men
Corey
out. And striding to the
Seager.
plate will be Corey Seager. from the stretch. Now a check swing,
Ball.
but
Good
it
check.
holds up in
Good
time.
check.
Ball one.
They say the toughest pitch in baseball is a located fastball. I disagree. That nasty slider is tough to hold up on.
Sent on the ground out to second.
It was a bold move to go to second for the out.
In time.
But whatever.
That'll bring up Buster
Don't care.
Posey. You up
Kenley
for the 4,
time.
5, and 6 hitters.
Leading
and they're
up
hoping
for
that
the
this
Giants.
is the part of the lineup
The
that
catcher.
can get something going.
Buster.
One run on the board so far
Posey.
for them. They just haven't had consistently good at bats.
Kenley Jansen comes on looking for a save here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Into
The right
box,
fielder,
Mike
number
is
5.
as he takes
Mike.
a cold strike at the knees.
Yo,
It's
0-1.
Rebsky.
Hey, excellent job right there, leading off the inning with a
0-2.
base hit. We got to keep this line moving. We cannot stop. Nobody can make an out. We have to find a way to put 2 men, maybe 3 men, put some pressure on this defense.
Boy,
Nice,
good
nice,
cutting
nice.
action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
This is the pitch I think we'll see a lot from him in this game.
Now batting,
Darting
left
in on
fielder.
the hitters in the
Allen.
opposite batter's box. It can be a real
Dickerson.
effective pitch when it's located well, and that one was right there.
Line hard, but foul. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now. In now, Mauricio Dubon.
The batter,
And
number
something
1.
happened. They're down
Second
to their
baseman,
final out here in the ninth.
Mauricio.
1, here's the pitch.
Dubon.
There's a called
That was a beautiful
strike
slider.
two,
Those are
and now
beautiful
they're down
first
to their
pitches right
final
there.
strike this afternoon.
Boy, this is one of those ABs you like to hit the rewind button on. Put himself in a tough spot now, hitting with 2 strikes.
Damn it.
Count remains at 0-2. Last strike here for the Giants. Swing
Nice. Get
and
that
a miss.
beautiful
He
slider up and
struck
going
him
again.
out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
So, D-Road, travel in style they will, at least until tomorrow, their first road game of the season. This is a statement win.
Good win.
Yeah, Height said it
Good
earlier.
win.
When you head out on the road, you want to win early to set the tone for the trip.
Ooh,
They
Erod got
off
back
on
to
the
Red
right
Sox
foot
summer
so
camp.
far, and we'll see if they
Nice,
play
that's a
with
good
some
sign, 'cause I know he
extra
tested
confidence going
positive.
forward.
Means he had at least 2 negative tests. The tests are all sorts of fucky. That's a lot of momentum right there. Alright, well, that's going to do it for me, though. See you later.